guys, I am sitting on my couch in my living room. Welcome to my living room, because a company named Caavo reached out to me and was like, we want to make your TV experience perfect. And I was like, well, I would like a perfect TV experience. So let me tell you what I was coming from first, so you know where I got to. So I had an Xbox One and a Samsung Smart TV, and of course I use Netflix and Amazon Prime and HBO Go and all that stuff, which I could access either through my Xbox One or through my Samsung Smart TV. So there were like many different ways to get to where I needed to go. And if I wanted to watch a movie, say I wanted to watch The Neverending Story and I didn't know where to find it, I would either have to go to each of those apps individually and do a search for it, which takes a buttload of time, let's just be honest. Or I actually found an app called Just Watch that you can go to, type in the movie, and it tells you where it's available and for how much and that kind of stuff. So that's cool. But again, still, that takes time. So when Caavo reached out to me and was like, hey, we want to send you our control center and maybe have you tell us your thoughts in a YouTube video, I was like, that is cool. So full disclosure, Caavo sent me the control center and they gave me some monies so that I can hire Shannon. Hi, Shannon behind the camera. Yeah, get that in there. So that I could hire Shannon to help me run audio and video, and so that I could hire an editor to make this look pretty. So thank you, Caavo, for helping me make this video. Hearts. Okay, so what the hell is Caavo? Great question, you ask. It is an entertainment hub that controls all of your media. So your devices, your streaming apps, live TV, DVR, all of it in one center. Now, if that sounds familiar, that's because that's what Xbox One said they were gonna do eons ago. That was the whole idea behind the name One of the Xbox One, because it's one center to control it all. What Caavo does a little bit differently than that is, first of all, they combine it all to one controller. Dun, 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 dun. So before, I was using a myriad of controllers that I would constantly have to switch between in order to access my different types of media. Now, thanks to Caavo, I have it all right here. So it's like having a really badass universal remote. It does have IR learning, so it could also control like my sound system. I have a Bose sound system, and now that is also controlled right on here. So that's very cool. The only thing this cannot control, of course, is if I'm playing games, say on my Xbox One, then of course I need an Xbox controller, but I don't know that anyone's like gonna try to Joy-Con it with this. I don't suggest that that be your next move, Caavo. But this is a really cool controller. If you hover your finger over any of the buttons, it pops up on screen telling you what it does before you actually press it, which is a nice touch. And it's pretty sleek, so I'm hoping that little man isn't like, oh my God, it's a playground, and goes for it all the time like he does with some of my other remotes. So hopefully this like very stylish, understated remote will be left alone for entertainment purposes only. So yeah, it combines everything to one remote, but even cooler than that, it does deep linking within your different streaming apps. Now, what does that mean? That means that instead of having to go to each different app's homepage, landing page, it can go directly to what you're looking for. So I could search for, say, watch Game of Thrones. And rather than having to use this controller to go to HBO Go or my DVR, and then have to go to the show Game of Thrones and then find the episode, this just plays exactly where I left off. Super simple. And say I wanted to go from Game of Thrones right to watching Orange is the New Black. Again, I could just search for Orange is the New Black and it would take me right there without me having to go specifically to Netflix to Orange is the New Black. So that is super cool. Now, that deep linking capability is only available with certain streaming services, so I had to upgrade my life to a Roku just to check out this whole experience and really get the full functionality of that. If you don't have one of the types of devices that they can deep link with, if that's not in your ecosystem already, then that's okay. You're still gonna get all the benefits of having one entertainment hub. What does that mean? That means that all of my devices plug into the control center, and then the control center plugs into my TV. So if you have a wall-mounted TV and you dream of having only one cable instead of like a bajillion different HDMIs and stuff going into your TV, this makes that possible. So it's kind of like having an HDMI switch plus a universal remote plus a bunch of voice control magic all in one device. Now, I haven't talked about voice control yet. I'm always very skeptical of voice navigation because it never works for me. I don't know if it's the tone of my voice or what, but 9 times out of 10, if I'm like, hey Cortana, turn on, my Xbox does nothing. When it was hey Xbox, it seemed to work better. I don't know why, but I will say you press a little button on this Caavo remote and talk into it, and I have had about a 95% success rate with this, which is worlds better than any other voice navigation I've ever used. So I'm really liking that so far. And we all know how annoying it is to use search off of a TV remote where you're like having to go through the entire typewriter for every single letter, every single number to type in passwords or sign in or search for a title or anything. It's a pain in the butt. So it's much easier to just be able to hold in this button, tell it what I want to watch, and have it go there. So not only does it do that with apps, but it also does it with your live TV as well. Up until the end of this month, I'm still under a DirecTV contract, so I'm using it while I still have to pay for it, and then I'll be completely cable free, which I'm very excited about. But that enables me to do things like hold this button and say watch HGTV, and it will take me from wherever I am immediately to HGTV and exactly what I want to watch. So it has definitely upgraded my home theater experience, and I think that it's a really, really cool piece of tech to have out there. It costs $99.95, and it's $199 a month or $19.99 annually for all the different online services you get. That includes the deep linking, the one search, the one control, and other features like you get curated watch lists that are either curated and suggested by the folks from Caavo, or there's a whole community section where you could even create your own lists and share them with other people, or if you find someone else who you like their list, you can use it. And I thought that was really fun. I'm a real big fan of user-generated content, so that was super cool. And there's security settings and all that kind of stuff too. So as much as I am never a fan of a monthly fee after purchasing something, it's hard to say no to $1.99 when it really has upgraded my theater experience so much as it has, which so far, it's been really good and I'm really happy with it. There are 4 HDMI ports on the back, so you can plug in up to 4 different devices. There is also support for Google Home and Amazon Alexa. So if you want to use those devices to voice control your entire home theater system, you can do that. There's support built in for various sound bars and AVR sound systems. Mine was supported, which mine is super old and they don't sell it anymore, so that was a pleasant surprise. And it supports 4K, HDR, and UHD content. So yay for fine dining of home theater. Does that even make sense? You guys know what I mean, the good stuff. So that's that. Control Center by Caavo. I believe it comes out today. That's the day this video is going up on my channel. So I want to say a huge thank you to Caavo for reaching out to me to have me be one of the people to test this out and talk about it on its launch day. That was very cool. And to you folks at home, I want to know how you've upgraded your theater experience. I keep talking to Nate about having a professional home theater installer like come out and do some really cool through the wall, like maybe speaker in the wall kind of stuff. And I don't even know who you talk to about that, but I'm always seeking to upgrade my home theater experience because I watch a lot of TV and I watch a lot of movies. So if you guys have tips or anything you've done in your house that you want to share, I would love to hear that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.